Today on Let's Fish TV, we got a really fun episode for you. I'm joined by my good friend Lance Duff, and we're gonna be at Sabine Lake out of Cow Bayou. We're gonna be fishing for redfish and trout. Guys, it is the dog days of summer, and I'm here to prove to you that you can catch a lot of fish and have a lot of fun despite the really high temperatures. Let's Fish TV is on the air right now. Oh my gosh. Check that out.
It's time for the only program that brings you real-time fishing reports from the Southwest region every week.
Cobia, big one. And a monster. Look at that.
That's a Tawakoni giant.
This is Let's Fish.
Welcome to Let's Fish TV. I'm your host, Andrew Upshaw, and today I have a very special episode for you. I'm joined by my good friend Lance Duff, and we're at Sabine Lake out of Cow Bayou. And guys, we're gonna be targeting redfish and trout. And let me tell you, the fishing here is absolutely fantastic. And we're gonna showcase, even in the dog days of summer, you can still catch a lot of fish. We'll also have this week's fishing report from your local region from our insider reporters. In the meantime, we're gonna go get Lance's boat launched, get everything set up. We'll toss it back to studio for your weekend planner.
Hi everybody, and thanks so much for stopping by. The Salooner tables are predicting fair game fish activity both days this weekend. Expect those prime daytime hours to begin around 1:20 on Saturday and 2:11 on Sunday afternoon, with top evening action starting at 12:55 on Saturday and 1:45 on Sunday night. Depending on your area, expect the sun to rise around 7:13 and set at 7:34. The moon will be a new moon. Stay with us. We've got fishing reports from across the area on the way. Plus, professional bass angler Justin Kerr will be stopping by to answer your Ask the Pro question.
All right guys, today we're out here at Sabine Lake out of Cow Bayou, and I'm with my good buddy Lance Duff, and I'm gonna tell you, it's supposed to be hot today. 105, 107 degrees. We've had nothing but heat the last month or so, but the cool thing about it, I don't care how hot it is, the fish are always gonna bite. We're gonna be doing a couple different things, trying to catch redfish primarily. I have a feeling today's gonna be a good day. Let's get out there, let's see if we can catch a couple of them big reds. Like I said, I got a good feeling about it. I know you've been on them.
Oh yeah.
Let's go get it done.
Let's do it. Fish on. Definitely a red.
That's what I'm talking about. Good job.
And I threw behind it, so I think there's probably a couple with it. Oh, that's gonna be a nice one.
Here, we'll net that one.
Absolutely. Oh yeah, it's a real good fish. Old Strike King 2.5. It's a guarantee.
You know, that's why it's so important when you're out here fishing. Lance looked out here in the open, wide open, not up next to the bank, but out in the open, saw this pogie shad jump, or shrimp. It was a shrimp.
Yeah, it's a shrimp.
Saw a shrimp jumping, and he used his eyes, made a good cast over there, hooked this nice red. That's a really good red right here.
Oh, look at the colors on this thing. He said, no, I'm not done yet.
He wasn't quite done, was he? A Strike King 2.5. And you know, the cool thing is you can use a lot of different tackle to catch these redfish. And this is just one of the many other baits that you can use here to catch these fish. That's the cool thing about reds.
They don't quit.
They never quit, never ever.
Like you think he's done, and nope.
Yeah, he sees that boat and he's like, okay, I'm not done yet.
And he's only got, I think, one hook in him.
I'm just shocked. I've been waiting this whole time for you to lose this fish. Because he's rowdy.
Some good mustad hooks that they come with. There we go. Yes, sir.
I mean, literally one hook in that fish. There we go. So guys, today we're here at Sabine Pass. I called up my buddy over the weekend, Lance Duff. This is Lance Duff. I used to fish tournaments against him all the time.
Took a lot of my money.
Sometimes. And I said, hey, I want to come shoot a show in Sabine Pass. I've never been here before.
Look at that guy.
Man, that's a pretty one, dude. That is such a gorgeous fish. But I was like, hey, let's go fishing. And I've always wanted to come here, so awesome already. This is the best start you could ever ask for, is catching a nice red. But let's get this fish back and we'll talk a little bit about Sabine Pass and exactly how you're gonna catch them here if you ever come. One thing that a lot of people don't understand is you've got to pay attention to your surroundings. You gotta pay attention to how the bait's moving, how the current's moving, how every little aspect of saltwater fishing makes a difference.
Absolutely.
You know, and in that situation, you saw that shrimp jump, you threw that Strike King 2.5 over there and caught the fish. But I gotta ask, you know, because I've saltwater fished now for quite some time, and up and down the coast from Louisiana, Texas, Mississippi, Gulf Shores, Alabama, all these different places, and I've never thrown a square bill crankbait for redfish. Tell me a little bit about that. Why do you throw a square bill?
So what really inspired me about this 2.5 square bill from Strike King is it matches the shad out here perfectly. It looks exactly like them, wobbles just how they swim out here. And I got on it by accident. I was bass fishing in the marsh one day, wanted to come out here play for some reds, and they were just destroying the shad. And I said, well, I got a 2.5 Strike King. Let me tie that on, and it was game on.
Yeah.
I probably caught 30 of them, all about that size we just caught there.
Hi everybody, and welcome to this week's Lone Star Lakes, brought to you by Holland Safes. With heavy gauge steel bodies and heavy duty hinges, heavy duty bolts, and a warranty against burglary and fire, you won't just be safe, you'll be Holland safe. Now this week we're going to start at Lake Tawakoni. The hybrids and the sandies are hitting on top occasionally early in the morning. You want to take some binoculars, look across the lake, look for the birds, any clue as to where these sandies and hybrids are working the surface. Of course, you'll throw your torpedoes and your pencil poppers and other topwaters as long as they're up there. When they go down, when they go subsurface, you'll want something like a 1 ounce or a ½ ounce jig head with a swim bait body, or slabs and spoons to reach those deeper fish over deeper structure. Now, out at Eagle Mountain, the catfish bite is on fire, but you gotta work for it a little bit. You're gonna look early in the morning in 20 to 25 feet of water, and you're probably gonna find the fish just a crank or two off the bottom. That's this week's Lone Star Lakes. Check us out on Facebook, Lone Star Lakes.
That's a red, that's a red.
There we go.
Big red,
Oh,
big
yeah, that's
red.
a big one.
Golly, get me up in that grass.
Oh, I just saw shark. Shark. Just don't eat me, shark.
Yeah,
Whatever you do.
careful. Yeah, buddy,
There
let's
we
go.
There we go. Just came off in the net.
Hey, brother, good job, man.
I saw that shark swim by a second ago, and I was like, oh no, this ain't good.
I've caught sharks in here. I've never seen one that big in here before.
That's a pretty big shark. Once again, one of the
Golly.
most important parts is finding the active areas, and you can find them with your eyes. You don't have to have fancy electronics, anything like that.
There's nothing up here.
I mean, you just need to use your eyes, pay attention to the current. That's what we're doing right now. I'm gonna tell you, I've never been to Sabine Pass. It's a place that I've always wanted to come, and I live just up the river from here at Toledo Bend. But let's get this redfish back. Let's look at it a little bit. Let's get that fish up here. That's bigger than the last one.
Yeah, this is a good 24, 25-inch redfish. If you're ever eating them, this is like the perfect size to eat. Not too big, but just right. Make some good tacos out of this guy.
He's croaking at you. But one thing about it, we're gonna get this fish back. Please, Lance, don't reach in that water while you're releasing this fish. I think that's a really terrible mistake, if I would say so.
We don't want to be the next viral video.
What can people keep if they come to Texas? And when it comes to redfish in particular, because that is what we're targeting today,
Right.
is reds. So what can they keep when they come to Texas?
So you can keep 3 between 20 and 28 inches. Now, Texas Parks and Wildlife does give you a redfish tag, just one for one drum over 28 inches. So if that fish would have been 35 inches, we wanted to keep it, we'd have to take that tag, fill it out, put it on that fish immediately. Then, you know, we can go back fishing after that. But the game warden presence out here is pretty heavy, which is a good thing. They make sure everybody's doing right, keeping the right fish. But 20 to 28 inches, I personally like keeping them redfish right around the 22, 24 inch mark. It just tastes so good, especially on a barbecue pit when you grill them.
Let's Fish TV is proudly backed by Lake Hartwell Country. Catch the feeling. Lose, feel the difference. Mamba Boats, ride with pride. Strike King, tie one on. Fishing Specialties, makers of the premier mount assembly for live sonar.
We got a red? Oh yeah, redfish, redfish. There we go.
There we go. Really?
Oh, they eat it up. We got a red? Oh yeah, redfish, redfish. There we go.
There we go.
Oh, that's
Another
a
good
nice
red.
one.
There we go.
That is a pretty fish.
Stay buttoned up, baby.
There we go.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Man, nothing wrong with that.
No, not at all.
Made a little change. It's always important to make a little change. I literally threw my spoon in there.
Yeah.
I mean, clutchest bait of all time is a spoon when you're talking redfish and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
Dude, and I had like ladyfish. I mean, like a dozen of them, two dozen of them. And then we see this giant trout, and I'm like, okay, I know what to do now. And I picked up my soft plastic and caught a redfish.
And that, all them reds are right there below them, just picking up
No
whatever
doubt.
whatever they can get.
Man, that is awesome. I wasn't sure what I had, to be honest. Like it was one of those crazy bites.
I thought you had a nice redfish, or that speckled trout that we kept seeing.
Man,
That's a pretty fish.
that is a pretty fish. My finger tangled up. Nothing wrong, man, with that right there.
I like it.
He's just up there, donk, 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 donk. Let's get this fish back. When is the best time to come down here? Because I'm gonna get a lot of questions, and guys are gonna be like, okay, when is the time to come to Sabine Pass?
So Sabine Pass in general, it's good all year round. You have so much to catch, but the best in my opinion, it starts around the end of August. September is incredible, and we could see the redfish boiling on the main lake and in the pass today, but September, October, and even November. I've had days out here in November, I've had 60+ fish days by myself where I get tired of catching redfish. And it's just cast after cast. You can be in a little bayou like this, you can be in the main lake, and it's just everywhere.
It's been an awesome day. It's already 105 degrees today. This is probably the hottest year I can remember. I was actually talking to my uncle the other day, and he told me that he remembers a year in the 90s where it was just like this. And I'm gonna tell you guys though, the fish are blowing up. I want to get back in. They're literally right there. I'm gonna get back into it.
Matt Pangrac here with the Bass Talk Live podcast, and this is your weekly Oklahoma fishing report. This week, I want to focus on a really cool bite that is kicking off as fall temperatures approach in southern Oklahoma on Lake Texoma. You know, Lake Texoma is known for both largemouth, smallmouth, and spotted bass, as well as white bass and stripers. And there's a specific time of the year that is kicking off right now where you can catch all of those fish doing one of the most fun things you can do, which is throw a topwater bait. Taking a walking topwater bait or a large popper, targeting rocky points down by the dam. A lot of these pelagic, aggressive, predatory fish like largemouth, smallmouth, stripers, and white bass will group up, and early morning and in the evenings, you can take that popper, take that walking bait, and make long casts. I like to use 30-pound test braid to be able to get the bait way out there, work it very quickly and erratically, looking for balls of shad just below the surface. And the cool thing about this pattern is you have no idea what you're going to catch. Anything from a 20-pound striper to a 3 or 4 pound smallmouth bass. For more information on bass fishing in Oklahoma and across the country, check out the Bass Talk Live podcast every Monday through Thursday, 8:30 a.m. Central Time on the Bass Talk Live YouTube channel and BassZone.com.
Is that a speck?
Oh,
Holy
it is.
cow, that's a big speck.
It is a big speck. There we
What
go.
a trout.
There we
Yeah.
go. Oh, hybrid hunter, man. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, good.
Golly, I wasn't expecting that.
I wasn't either. I thought that was going
That
to be a
might be
good
my
redfish.
first crankbait trout. I'm not gonna lie. That's awesome. That's awesome.
That's a nice speck, man. There's a lot of people that would love to catch this fish.
I made a little change up. I got tired of him smoking me with the redfish, and I changed up to the hybrid hunter. And it's a bass lure, but it is a great just all-around fish catcher. But that's a great August. You know, we're late part of August, first part of September. That's a great trout for this time of year, especially in this area.
Absolutely. There's a lot of people, they're going to go crazy when we release this guy, because this is a nice trout for the Sabine Lake.
Yeah, I mean, this is an eater. You know, and I'm gonna tell you guys, I've caught a lot of trout all over the country, and they are some of the hardest hitting, hardest fighting fish you can get. Do they fight as hard as red? Absolutely not.
Let's Fish TV is proudly backed by Mercury, Go Boldly, Lowrance, the ultimate fishing system, Gulf Shores and Orange Beach, Alabama. Plan or book your fishing charter at orangebeach.com. Motor Guides Tour Pro with GPS anchor, powered by Passion. Glacier outdoors since 1982.
Yes, sir. So we could probably sit right here and just wear the redfish out all day. Another splash. Oh, there was way up down that way. Oh, it's mullet. There we go.
There we go.
There's our red. Yes, sir. So we could probably sit right here and just wear the redfish out all day.
There we go. I got his head turned now.
There we go. Oh, that's a good one. He said, no,
He
you
ain't quite
he said,
decided he wants to come in yet.
He said, I want to stay in the water. It's nice, and I was going to say cool, but not in 105 degrees.
Not quite, no.
And look, they're still going crazy right there. Give me your head.
Oh, there we go.
There it is,
Man,
bro.
oh man. That's what I'm talking about right there.
That's why you come to Sabine. Fish is fat. Got
Yeah,
a little
he
belly
is.
on him.
They're not always that fat. Here, see if you can grab that thing out of there real quick. I had him hooked good.
He was not coming off. There we go.
There we go. Man, what a nice fish. And I hate to be that guy, but I think I won.
You did. He caught it.
I caught it.
I'll let you be nice and win.
Oh, okay, I was front boating him is what it was, evidently.
Exactly.
Cool thing is we're in a little creek right here that hits Sabine Pass, and the water's a little bit deeper, and we're actually fishing off the ledge. You know, traditionally you want to come here and you're casting in 6 to 8 inches, 10 inches of water, but with us having such a hot summer, those fish are sliding out to a little bit deeper water.
Yes.
And I'm not saying deep, like 20 foot, but that 3 to 5, around that range. Don't be afraid to drop your baits down and try a little bit different method.
Exactly, and a lot of people, they wouldn't do this. Like you said, they'll be all on them flats fishing the, the skinny water, a foot and less for the most part, which we caught a lot of fish up there today, mostly small trout, but get out in the channels, because I mean, it gets hot. Fish are kind of like us sometimes. They want to get cool, and this is just one of them great opportunities that has the tide rolling into the marsh back here and baits everywhere, and the fish are here too.
Terrible.
There's a red.
Red?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
There we go. There we go.
It's just crazy.
This is a big one.
Did you get that shark?
I might have got the shark. I can't stop him. I'm hoping that shark doesn't come up and bust him. Okay.
There we go.
Yeah, buddy, that's a good, probably 5-6 pound fish, maybe a little bigger.
That's bigger than that.
Yeah.
That's bigger than that.
Yeah, that's definitely bigger than that. We need to be in a redfish tournament today.
I mean, for real.
Of course, when we're not in a tournament, I mean, this is...
Well, that's typically how it goes, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
The only problem, I mean, it's super long, but it's just skinny.
It's like us, it's skinny.
Yeah, and this little. Man, we're just having fun out here at this point.
Oh, this is a blast, man.
I mean, when you start catching nice redfish, especially fishing something so unorthodox like we are today, hopping that bait up off the bottom, fishing really, really slow. I mean, it's just different.
Yeah, and we're in about 12, 15 foot of water.
No.
Nobody does that out here. And this is why you come to the Sabine area. It's just loaded with these guys.
Guys, it is so blistering hot out here. We got to get in. My cameraman's about to pass out. I'm about to pass out. I'm about Lance here, but it's pretty hot. It's time for us to head in. We're going to talk about exactly how we caught the fish today. It's been a fantastic day. You're not going to want to miss here in the next few minutes, but we're going to pack up. We're going to head on in.
Watch our latest episode or catch up on past episodes on our website at letsfishtv.com. Be sure to hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel, like us on Facebook, and follow us on Twitter for new fishing videos every day. And download the free Waypoint TV app to get all the latest episodes every week on your phone, tablet, computer, or smart TV. Let's Fish TV is proudly backed by Academy Sports and Outdoors. Have fun out there. Visit Mississippi. Wanderers welcome. Power Pull. Total Boat Control. Balls Out. Made in the USA. Heavy duty mounts for your fish finders. Rely on. Challenge your limits.
Welcome back, everybody. Let's get right on over to your Ask the Pro question for this week. Hugh would like to know, where is your favorite place to fish? For an answer, we asked professional bass angler Justin Kerr.
Hey, Justin Kerr here. My favorite place to fish is in Nevada. Everyone loves Nevada, Las Vegas. Who doesn't like to go there, but the fishing there is phenomenal. We have Lake Mead, Lake Mojave. Lake Mojave is my favorite place to fish. I do live in Arizona, but I go to Mojave all the time. It's a deep, clear reservoir, smallmouth everywhere. You can actually sight fish them a lot. All through the whole year, so it's my favorite place to go. Love catching them on the drop shot, crankbait, topwater, so it's probably my favorite place to go.
Thank you so much, Justin. If you want some help from one of the pros, simply go to letsfishtv.com and follow that Ask the Pro link to submit a question.
Here's today's Right Stuff, presented by Academy Sports and Outdoors.
Today we had an awesome day. We caught a lot of redfish and a lot of trout. Caught them on a lot of different baits though. You know, early on in the day, you were catching them on the 2.5 by Strike King, just a gizzard shad color, nothing too crazy. And I picked up the Hybrid Hunter, caught a really big trout on that. Chrome blue was my color, so two different colors, but still in that shad pattern. You know, we're both using luge reels. That reel right there is the Custom Pro, and he's throwing an 8:3 to 1 gear ratio.
Burning it.
Whereas I'm throwing a 6:8 to 1. So I was slowing it way down, trying to keep that bait a little bit slower. I caught mine around rocks, you caught yours around a harder bottom.
Exactly.
With a little bit of shell. But then the magic really started happening.
Oh, yeah.
And that is when we switched up and went to soft plastics.
Yeah.
And quite honestly, I was just throwing a simple soft plastic jerkbait, chartreuse tail.
Typical saltwater.
Yeah, typical saltwater bait with an 1/8 ounce Strike King Squadron head. And you were throwing the Rage Swimmer.
Yeah. Just the pearl white color and a little bit heavier jig head, and just still, I mean, just get it past the ladyfish and speckled trout. There's the big redfish right there.
And that was the big key. And that's why the size of the jig head was so important, is because we're having to keep it below the ladyfish. That's where the trout and the big reds were. And it was a real slow bite. You had to really kind of worm it through there like you'd be worm fishing. And they would just smack it, and every once in a while you'd set the hook and it'd be a big red, and sometimes it was a trout and sometimes a ladyfish.
Exactly.
And you never knew, so you just kind of eased into them, and then a lot of times just take off.
So a lot of people miss that bite.
No, it was a lot of fun, Lance. I had a great time.
I did too.
We're gonna have to do it again. If you get a chance, come down here, check out Sabine Pass. You will not be disappointed. But guys, until next time, I'll see you on the water.